Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. So, I get this TPA 3255 Class D amplifier as a curiosity to see how it sounds, to see how well performed as well, because believe me or not, I really don't know. But if you stay with me, after the intro, we're gonna find out if it's performed and if it surprises us. So let's first have a quick look to the quality build of this amplifier board. So let's start from the input over here. So what we have here, I think here there is a voltage regulator with some small SMD components over there, and I believe it's a MOSFET or voltage regulator on the heatsink over there, and has a capacitor Aishi over there with the 330 microfarads 50 volts. Then we have these aluminum capacitors over there, 100 microfarads 25 volts. That one I believe it's 56 microfarads, I believe, something like that. Then we have the input, two op-amps input, each are the GRC458D and some NXH yellow capacitors, 10 microfarads 50 volts. I never heard about that brand, by the way. I don't know how good they are, by the way. We're gonna see. Then we have in the output some coils with some film capacitor, which are filtering the high frequency switching to get rid of the noise on the output. And I believe these one are smoothing capacitors, which are a bit strange because it's 25 volts, 4700 microfarads, and here it says 50 volts. So how you can power 50 volts if you use capacitor of 25? Only the things that if they are in series, like that, you double the voltage but you make only half of the capacitance. So if you, let's see, you have 4700 microfarads, we're gonna stay half of it and it will gonna run on 50 volts. So only that can be the things over there. So we can measure to see how they are connected. So let me get the multimeter. So we set up on continuity mode. So let's see where are connected those capacitors, by the way. So if I come from the positive, so this is the positive, 50 volts. Let's see a positive of a capacitor. So this is a positive of the capacitor over here. So they are not connected. Let's see the other positive. So yeah, it's connected to this positive. And then this is negative. Negative should be connected with the positive. Yeah. And then the negative should be on negative. Yeah, how I say, I put it on series to double the voltage but make half of the capacitance. What about this 1050 volts? So yeah, 1050 volts are 3 to 8 in parallel. So this means you have 2000 plus 2000 plus, so you have same like around 4300, let's see, of smoothing capacitors over there. Actually no, you have more. So you have 2 plus 2 plus 2, so around 6000, let's see, 7000 microfarads of smoothing capacitors over there. Yeah, so let's hook up some power, let's hook up some speaker, and let's see how it sounds. And after that we're gonna see also how it's performed under the oscilloscope. So it's powered on, and I'm powering on with the 24 volts, and we have a quiescent current of 130 milliamps. Let me show you also the voltage. So that's the positive over there, and that's the negative over there. So you can see we have 23.5, so almost 24. I can also regulate a bit because we have some, let me just increase a bit. So let's see, I set up on 25 over there. So we have 25 volts, and let's see how many volts we are having here. So we have 24.50, so you can see over there. And we are drawing, as I say, 130 milliamps current. And I can see it's silent because it's on. If I touch these wires, you can see there is signal coming on. Okay, so let me now hook up a mobile to it and play some sound to see how it sounds. And usually with the same setup, you can see the speakers and the microphones. So yeah, let's play a song. So here we go, guys. I'm about to set up everything to do also an oscilloscope test. About the sound, what to say? It sounds really cool. I don't see any noise or something like that. I need to just to listen to this one and listen to a class A or a class AB with the same song, same speakers, and do a bit of listening session to understand which one is sound different. Only like that I can say if it's better or no. But for now, for this test sound that I have it, sound really good. And I'm about to set up and to let you know, guys, if you might go to do also the same oscilloscope test on this one, don't try to do it both channels on the same way with one oscilloscope, because you are going to short them. Because look what, because the outputs are bridged, so there is no any output connected to the ground on this amplifier. You can say I'm in continuity mode and this is the ground, and I don't have any of the output connected to the ground that you can see over there. And neither here, if I go to connect a speaker between them, here is sound because it's already connected to the output, to the 8 ohm dummy loud, and it will gonna sound because this one is an output, this one is an output. And look what happened if you're going to connect to the same oscilloscope, because you need to connect the ground to between outputs, right? Between you connect the signal and the ground, the signal and the ground, and then you need to connect this one over here, but then it will gonna short you some of them, because look, if I go, this is one probe and this is the other probe, I have the same ground between them. So please don't test the output of this amplifier with one oscilloscope, both of the outputs, because you're gonna blow up the amplifier. So that I wanted to mention before testing the both channels. So we need to test channels individually, so one channel and the other channel. So let me do the setup and have a look on the oscilloscope how it performs under the oscilloscope. And here we go, guys. I am all set. So I'm powering now the amplifier with 25 volts, 24. Let's see, I'm gonna leave it like that, 25. So considered for 24 volts. And now we're gonna do one test on 24 volts and a second test we're gonna do on 40 volts. Let's don't bring it to the maximum voltage like 50 volts. Let's bring it to the 40 volts or 45. Let's do also we're gonna do a test with 45 volts, and we're gonna compare how it's doing the power output. What you can see now on the screen is the carrier frequency of the Class D amplifier. The switching frequency is in 451, let's see, 452 kilohertz is the switching signal that carrying the audio signal on. And the probes of the oscilloscope are in ×1, as you can see here, ×1. And now let's then put them on ×10. So we're gonna put them on ×10, and I'm gonna switch also here ×10 to the probe, because we're gonna do now a signal test. So this is the signal generator. Let's turn it on, and I have 1 kilohertz and 1 millivolt RMS on the input. And let's increase the input. So I mean 1 volt RMS on the input. Let's do an auto set to the oscilloscope to see what we're gonna catch. Oh, we are already out of things, so let me take off because we are in the channel 2 right now. So here we go there. Let's lower the input. So the input is over there. So we are in 600 millivolts input RMS, and we have a total output of 15.5 volts RMS on the output into 8 ohm. Because then it starts clipping. As you can see, there is clipping. So before clipping, we have 600 millivolts RMS on the input. Yeah, it starts making a lot of noise on the signal. So yeah, the 600 millivolts is the most cleanest signal that we can get. So let's do a quick math. So 15.5, let's see, times itself, divide to our 8 ohm load. So with 25 volts we are getting, with 25 volts power supply, we are getting 30 volts RMS clean nice signal into 8 ohm. And there they say that you can get up to 300 watts RMS. I think that they are putting one extra zero on the top of 30. So the clean signal, no distortion, I'm getting with 25 volts input, 1 kilohertz signal on the input, 15.5 volts RMS on the output. Let's now change the power voltage and let's see if we get more than 30 volts RMS into 8 ohm. So I set up the power supply at 40 volts, and my power supply can do up to 5 amps output power. So let's turn on the power supply. So I have the power supply on. Let's turn on the frequency sine wave, and let's increase until we are getting a bit. So you can see already the distortion is there. So we are almost 1 volt, and there is a lot of distortion. 900 millivolts, and the signal is really clean. And with 900 millivolts, we are getting a voltage RMS on the output of 22.3. So let's do a quick math. So we say 22.3 on the output, so 22.3 multiply by itself and divide by 8 ohm load. So if we are powering the amplifier with the 40 volts power supply DC, we are getting 62 watts into 8 ohm clean signal without too much distortion. And with 40 volts, the voltage regulator on the heatsink over there, I'm gonna show you in a minute, that one is getting really hot. And the quiescent current on 40 volts is 170 milliamps. And now I'm gonna put it back to 24 volts, because if it sounds nice and impress me, I have a nice switching mode power supply at 24 volts with I believe 15 amps power. And if I'm gonna build an amplifier, I'm gonna use that power supply. So let's go back to 24 volts and run a frequency response to see if it's amplifying, keeping the same level flat signal from 20 hertz up to, let's see, 25 kilohertz. So I set up already 20 hertz with 300 millivolts on the output, and we have on the input, sorry, and we have on the output 7 volts RMS. But the 20 hertz is really bad. Have a look how square it is. It's not at all shaped. So yeah, looking very bad, the 20 Hertz. Now let's go to 30 Hertz. 30 Hertz start looking a bit better, but it's still wobbling around, and we have the same output power. 40 Hertz still looking much nicely a bit the signal. Let's do an auto set and let's get the red out of there. Let's go a bit up with this one, see a bit better. Okay, so 40 Hertz start looking more nicely the signal. 50 Hertz, the power a bit go up, just about 100 millivolts on the power RMS. 60 starts looking a bit better. 70 Hertz, 80 Hertz, 90 Hertz, 100 Hertz, and we are in the same RMS power on the output. Now let's go up to 500 and let's do an auto set over here. We're gonna get rid of the red one because it's not connected anywhere and is then picking up. Let's bring it up, this one, oh, the other direction. Oh, sure. And then let's increase it a bit. So the low frequency looks like it's wobbling a bit. So we are in 500 now, and you can see the signal is not properly fixed on the screen. It's wobbling anyway. I don't know why. 600, 700, 800, the same power output. 900, 1 kilohertz. Very right, same power. Let's now go to increase 2 kilohertz. Let's do an auto set over here. I don't like the signal, how it looks like. Looks like a bit really badly, like it's squaring everywhere. So 3 kilohertz starts squaring everywhere. 4 kilohertz looks a bit the same. The power output is a bit the same. Let's just lower a bit the input signal, see if it's changing that wobbling. No, it's still the same. It's very bad wrinkling the signal. I can see here, I can see there. I can try to do, no, that one is nothing. Which one is that one that I think here. Yeah, I can see here the signal doesn't look at all very nicely. Let's go to frequency again. Let's increase 5 kilohertz, 6 kilohertz, 7 kilohertz, 8 kilohertz, 9 kilohertz. Looks like start increasing the RMS power because I bring it same to 300 millivolts RMS in the input, and the output is now 7.3. Let's go to 10 kilohertz. Let's do an auto set. Let's bring this one up. I need to clean this encoder because see if I want to bring it up, it keeps jumping down. So I need to clean this encoder. So stay tuned. Maybe in one day I'm gonna do a video when I'm gonna open and I'm gonna give a cleaner and a bit of TLC on it. So 10 kilohertz over here, auto set was done. Oh, I should do it the other side. Let's bring it back to, okay. So, still a bit of wrinkling, the signal is not really clean, and the power is 7.3. Let's go up to 15 kilohertz. 15 kilohertz, still the signal is not really pure, it's a bit of wrinkling, and we have 7.5, so let's go to 20 kilohertz. 20 kilohertz, it's the output 7.8 RMS and still wrinkling, because if I go to this, you can see here very wrinkling there. Yeah, the signal is not very pure. Let's go to 22 kilohertz, the signal wrinkling. We go up almost to 8 volts RMS, so let's go to 25 kilohertz. I said that I'm going to up to 25 kilohertz, and we are on 8 volts RMS. So yeah, it's on the highs, it's really amplify a bit quite more, 1 volt more than the normal signal, up to like 2 kilohertz, and then the signal is very wrinkling. If you can see here, it's not properly clean. So this is all the frequency response is not properly flat, and the signal varies from low frequency to high frequency. So let's give also a quick test to the power that delivered the other channel. So I set up already 1 kilohertz, 100 millivolts RMS input, and let's go up. I remember to the other channel we inject 600 millivolts for the power supply of 24 volts, because I put it back to 24 volts power supply, and we are delivering 14.2, so it's like 1 volt RMS less than the other channel, because the other channel was putting in 15 volts, and already in 14 volts, as you can see here, it's wrinkling quite badly. This is what is doing this amplifier. Okay guys, so what I can say about this amplifier. About the signal is not that much clean. You can see it's full of wrinkles. About sound, it sounded really good. I don't say that you can feel that wrinkles on the sound. It sound okay, but the oscilloscope definitely gonna say that it's not pure. It's not properly how should be the sound, how should be the signal carried by the amplifier. And about the really high frequency 425, I believe was, right? Kilohertz, the carrier frequency of the switching amplifier to put the output out will not be anyway, you will not hear it. So yeah, overall about the sound, yeah, I like how it sounded. I cannot say it sound bad, but the oscilloscope say that it's not acting really good, like how an amplifier should carry on the sine wave really poor till the output, from the input to the output. And then also what I noticed, when I powered with 40 volts, this I think is voltage regulator, whatever it is, the TO220 capsule there, transistor, it was getting really hot, so I don't know how it will gonna run at 50 volts, this one. I'm pretty sure after one day it will gonna be blown. I believe. I don't test it, I just tested for that, how many, I think 2-3 minutes until I did the frequency response from 20 Hz to 25 kilohertz with 40 volts power supply, and I noticed that that one was really hot, really hot. When 24 volts is running quite smoothly, and it was okay. And what I have to do in this case, because I want to compare if the efficiency is really how they say that class D amplifier, it's drawing less power and delivering more power than a class AB. So if you don't saw my last video when I build my last class AB amplifier, I'm gonna put the link on the description down below. Go and watch it. So I'm gonna put everything in the chassis, this amplifier, the power supply, and I'm gonna do another video comparing the power draw straight away from the main to see when I put maximum power to this amplifier and when I put the maximum power with the other amplifier, which one it will gonna draw less power from the mains. And also we're gonna compare also the quiescent current, a class D, compare it with the class AB from the mains. So please stay tuned, subscribe and activate notification bell to don't miss also that video when I'm gonna do that test with this amplifier. And if you enjoyed this video, please give me a like, and until the next one guys, have a good day and bye bye.